Hey everyone, hope you all are doing well. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Taylor. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for being here and for everything that you do for the world to navigate through your own awakening, your own process, your own journey of life. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. So this episode is going to be about the dark night of the soul and navigating through the dark night of the soul. I felt called to make this video today and go ahead and give you guys this message today because I felt the darkness within me arising through the afternoon hours today, and I felt inspired to talk about this subject because this is something that I think that people have a misunderstanding about the dark night of the soul, and thinking that it's like a one-time thing that you go through and you get through it and that's it. But that's exactly not how it is. The dark night of the soul, it comes in waves. I think that's the best way I can put it. It comes in waves. And in the beginning of the awakening process, the waves can be very, very heavy. So wherever you are on your awakening journey and on your spiritual process, in the beginning for me, it was very, very heavy, and a lot of internal work was being done. But as you go along and as you learn to ride these waves, I like to surf, and I love the beach, so these analogies I love when it comes to surfing or waves, whatever. But yeah, when you learn to ride those bigger waves, as you navigate the process, the smaller waves that come at you, they become a lot easier to handle and to go through. And I believe that was something that I experienced this afternoon. It was a wave of energy that came in. And I'm sure many of you felt it, wherever you are in your now moment, you're feeling these waves of energy that are now coming to the planet. And the energy levels are extremely high right now. So there may be a massive wave of energy that comes to Earth and that we all feel and tune into, and it can bring up a lot of that darkness within you. And during these times of darkness coming up, we have to learn to just allowing. When we allow for the darkness to come up within us and we don't judge it, we don't judge ourselves and get hard on ourselves for maybe feeling like we're in a lower vibrational state, or we're moving back into that heavy 3D type of energy. What we have to do is we have to allow for ourselves to process through it. And these dark nights, they can last various amounts of times. I believe that I went through a pretty intense dark night of the soul for like a period of years, really, where I was just really going deep, very deep in my healing process. Not that I am not now. I am going deeper than I've ever gone before. But those heavy, heavy waves that I used to have to face, they've now become lighter and lighter, because as you navigate the process and as you move through this process and this journey of awakening, you start to really heal aspects of yourself and work through traumas and work through parts of yourself that have been programmed in you, and you start to unlearn these things and you start to really move into a new vibrational state of being. And that's what I believe that all of us are doing right now. Every one of you watching this video, if you feel resonant to this content, to what I'm saying right now at this moment about these waves of darkness and just the dark night of the soul, you are going through and navigating through this spiritual awakening process. And it can be very, very intense. And I believe the last year, over the course of the last year, I believe that the planet and all of us individually, we have been shifting and going through the most massive awakening ever. I mean, there's never been more people going through this process. There's never been more people waking up and finding who they really are at the core level, beneath the surface, beneath all the things that you've been taught in this lifetime. You're realizing that you are an eternal spiritual being and that you're here having a temporary human experience. You are a volunteer soul. You volunteered to come here at this time to navigate this process and to help the planet, to raise the frequency of the planet so that the new Earth frequency could be born. And you, every one of you watching this, you are a pivotal part and piece of this massive, this big puzzle that is coming together right now. And I believe that so many people, what I believe is collectively, honestly right now, collectively, we're going through a collective dark night of the soul. And you see that as you look around you. You see that with how it's playing out in the world and how you see things kind of like unfolding in the world, because so many people now are going through their own darkness, and they're seeing not only their own darkness more, but the darkness in the planet. And it's all coming up. It all has to come up so that we can see it for what it is, and we can work through it and heal through it. But it can be very challenging. This whole process can be very challenging. Like when I was in my head this afternoon before I got to the beach, before I got in the water and re-grounded myself, I was in my head. I was really in my head, but now I can catch myself. I can see myself when I'm in that state of being, and I try my best to allow. Many times I know it's very hard to do. It's hard to allow this process to take place and to be okay with it, but you have to just realize that everything is happening for you. It's all happening for a reason. And this dark night of the soul, there's times where you'll realize, I mean, it's amazing when this happens, but you'll realize that all that darkness that you have felt and all the darkness that you have been navigating, it leads you to times of like, literally where you're just like, you're so in the moment and you're so grounded and you're so light and you feel so amazing. You just never knew that feeling was possible. And I've felt that many times now where I'm just like, I'm so amazed and in awe by the moment that I break down in tears of joy and happiness that I've made it through and that I've been able to navigate through my darkness, and the dark night of the soul, once you become aware of it and you allow it to do its thing on you, when the darkness comes up within you and you just allow for the process to take place, it really does get easier to navigate. Even though, the whole process can be the whole spiritual journey can be difficult at times, and it can really bring you to some very dark places within yourself, because you're really navigating and working through and healing through the darkest aspects of yourself. You're doing the shadow work and integrating it. But it's such a beautiful thing. And you awakened, you are going through this because you are meant to be here to help, to shift the planet right now. The planet is going through the most massive spiritual awakening, and the Great Awakening is here, and it's here right now full force. And we're only going to see it unfold as time goes on. We're only going to see that all of that darkness that we're navigating through right now, it's all going to lead to such amazing, amazing times to come. But right now, we can just be. Be in the moment. Be here now. And enjoy the process. Make the most of it. And realize that it's all for your highest good. And no matter where you are right now on your journey, no matter what you're going through, no matter how hard things are right now, I want you to know that you are here for a reason. You are more than enough. You are so loved. And I'm sending you love, light, and positive energy to keep on going and keep on growing and to keep on the straight and narrow and this beautiful path that you're on is leading you to amazing places. You are manifesting the life of your dreams. Because as you navigate through this, you start to see how everything just beautifully unfolds right in front of you. And the universe conspires to you. The universe, God, Source, your angels, every part of it wants you to succeed and to do great things in this world. You just have to tune in to that frequency. And when you tune into that energy and frequency, everything just unfolds. It all unfolds so beautifully. And you look back and you see how everything always works out exactly the way that it's supposed to. So that's the message for today. I hope that it resonates. I'm sending you love, like I said earlier, and I'm just so thankful for every one of you that's here with me right now on this process during this beautiful journey, and continue to do your best and to allow for it to take place, and you will see light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, the light is there. You're following the light, and it keeps leading you to better and better things and better places. You just have to follow the light, follow your inner guidance, follow your higher self, and that will always lead you in the right direction. And more than anything, follow your heart and what your heart wants. Try to get more out of the head and tune into the heart, because the heart is thousands of times more powerful than the head. So tap in to the heart more and feel where that leads you and navigates you as you continue on this journey. Sending you love. Thank you so much for being here. If you could please like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who you feel it may benefit in some way. Please do that. I love you all so much. See you in the next video. Peace. Namaste.